Hello everyone, it's Odd Guardian here. In this how to play video I'm going to take a look at Odd Mage. I recently wrote an article for Hearthstone top decks about mage archetypes that you can play on ladder, and while I was doing research for that I stumbled upon this list. So unfortunately this is not my own build and I don't know whose build this is. I couldn't find anything from Twitter or anywhere. I just found the list on Age's Replay. And basically this was the sole Odd Mage list that for one reason or another was successful. So of course that immediately piqued my interest, and now that I have played some games with this deck I can say that this deck is a lot of fun. It's a nice deck. It plays very much like a big spell mage. You control the board, but it has a bit more minion threats and a bit more tempo to it in the late game than big spell mage. So sometimes you can do some interesting things, and it has that Odd Mage hero power, so your ping deals 2 damage. And that is also a tool that can sometimes be used to stabilize in the early game. Like you can ping away light wardens, you can ping away flame imps, that sort of things you can do. Overall, rating this power wise, I would say that big spell mage is probably slightly better, just because of the consistency of that removal. Because with this deck you have 2 copies of Dragon's Fury, you have 2 copies of Flame Strike, but Big Spell Mage has a lot more removal. You have the Voodoo Dolls here too, but Big Spell Mage has Polymorph, which is better against something like a Taunt Druid. So there are certain matchups where things can be pretty painful. On the other hand, you can also sometimes do stuff like, let's say you're facing a zoo and you ping away flame imps and things, and if you can find the Dragon's Fury, you can survive the early game much better than Big Spell Mage, and if you then hit your removal, you can actually win 2 games that Big Spell Mage cannot win. And likewise, say you're playing against something like a Hunter deck, and okay, you don't have Polymorph, so you're weaker to the Deathrattles, but if you can manage that, and you get to play Luna's Pocket Galaxy, and there's a hilarious combo in this deck by the way. Luna's Pocket Galaxy, make all minions cost 1. Stargazer Luna, after you play the rightmost card in your hand, draw a card. So if you can pull off that Luna's Pocket Galaxy and then play Stargazer Luna and start just jamming stuff on the board, that can be very powerful swing. And decks that have trouble dealing with white boards, Hunter for example, Druid in some cases, these are decks that you can just beat with that, and you can take this additional tempo step that a big spell mage is unable to take. So very fun deck to play, I think. This deck doesn't go to fatigue nearly as often as Big Spell Mage does. You have Black Cat which draws, you run double Acolytes which draw, but you're fine with drawing because you have that tempo swing coming. Other than that, you play this like you would play a Big Spell Mage. So you mulligan for defense and for removal typically. You can be quite liberal about keeping Black Cat because it's unlikely that you do much on turn 3 anyway, and because Black Cat in this deck is effectively a cantrip, because your deck is only odd cost card, so you will always draw a card from this, so it replaces itself. So that's a strong keep. Obviously in the right matchups you want weapon removal, you want silence, you typically want your Stonehill Defender. If you're something like facing an even lock, you want your Voodoo Doll to be able to deal with the giant, and then you go into Dragon's Fury, Giggling Inventor defense line most of the time. Maybe you can get to the offense with an Astromancer, maybe not. It really depends on how the games go. And then ultimately you of course have also Frostleaf Chain as a win condition, very powerful Death Knight that allows you to heal up and create tons of water elementals. I really enjoyed playing this deck. Big Spell Mage might be a little bit better, but this was just such a fresh breath of air to otherwise maybe a little bit stale meta. So it is not worth crafting all these legendary cards for if you're just looking for results, but if you happen to have them already, or if you're looking for fun, then those might be worthwhile. And results wise, yes, you can climb with this deck to legend, that's completely possible. So it's not like you're stuck in something like rank 20 if you choose to play with this deck. As always, I've prepared a bunch of gameplay material of this deck for you, so let's go take a look at it in action. Decks that rely on giggling defensively are really in a weak position right now. Decks that rely on giggling offensively are in less weak of a position, because if your giggling is eliminated, you lose a threat. Okay, you can't Fungal Mancer it and keep going face, but hey, you have other threats. It's one threat among many. But for a deck that relies on giggling defensively, your giggling is eliminated, you die. And that kind of sucks. So... we'll see. Alright, alright. I can ping away a Firefly! Yay! No, not really. I still haven't done anything that prevents the upcoming tug from ruining my day. But I have some big spell mage tools here, like Dragon's Fury into Arcane Tyrant. Well, that's a quality top deck. I'm always a friend of quality top decks. I truly enjoy getting them. I can appreciate my opponent's skill in getting quality top decks, and I can appreciate my own skill in getting those quality top decks. So now your tag is much less impressive. So he's not going for one. Oh, he is, but he also wants to go with the deadly poison. I see, I see. So next turn the tag grows to be a 5/5. And it still dies to Dragon's Fury. Do I need to spend some resources here? Because I'm probably playing Dragon's Fury next turn. But maybe there's a world in which I don't. And in that world, I will voodoo doll this tug. Because many odd rogues have cut silence from the decks. So now I get to see if he has a silence in the deck. And if he doesn't have a silence in the deck, that tug just became condemned. Why don't you play Kelazet? I think one major reason would be that Kelazet costs 2 mana and this is an odd cost deck. I have a small inclination that playing Kelazet would be difficult with the deck construction. Yeah, so there's that. Other than that, I mean, I love Kelazet. I mean, I hate Kelazet as a card. I think that's a design. So I don't want to let him have a Giggling Inventor board. I mean, Fungal Mancer board. And the way to prevent that would be to use Dragon's Fury now. What if he then plays Elagiggle himself? Next turn. I think the right answer is to play the Elagiggle myself this turn. Because he can't Mossy it down yet. He could play a Blood Knight. But I can't do Silence and Dragon's Fury on the same turn yet. We'll see how this turns out. But this plays around him having a Giggling Inventor. And both a Giggling Inventor and a Fungal Mancer available. So he didn't have a Blood Knight. But he can still have that Giggling Inventor and Fungal Mancer. Those are still possible. This board state doesn't look too bad for me at all yet. That's the Flame Elemental. Alright. Interesting. So I could simply hit here, Ziliax here. And I would have Ziliax up against this one too. And I would still have this one up too. The alternative is to play Dragon's Fury, which kills all the minions except for the Anoyatron, and play an Arcane Tyrant behind the Anoyatron. Interesting. Then I can Ziliax and ping next turn. I actually prefer that one. Let's hit face with these minions, and then go Dragon's Fury Tyrant. I actually prefer this line. This is better. Kills all of his stuff, sets up 2 minions of my own, and ability to hit 2 of his minions next turn. One with the ping, one with the Ziliax. That still is not perfect against Giggling Inventor. There is the Elagiggle that was mentioned. But it's fine, it leaves him with 1 Divine Shielded minion. It's okay. I need to ping the Giggling Inventor itself, hit into a Divine Shield with this fellow, and then play Ziliax and kill off the minion, so that the Ziliax heals. I want the heal. I could have removed the Divine Shields, but then I would not get a heal. So this makes Fungalmancer plays weaker unless he has another 1-drop. And he has played a few 1-drops already. Not those couple of cards that have been there for a while. Okay, we get a dagger hit on this one, that's nice. Get some more healing. I like healing. He could Fungalmancer this into 3-4, then he could take a free trade on the Arcane Tyrant. That's one way to do it. Rather weak way to do it, but it's possible. Oh, an interesting approach. I suppose silencing this, killing that, pinging this is good enough here. That costs 5 mana, which leaves 3 mana open. So I can play Black Cat too. Perhaps. Yes, Black Cat over Luna. Or play the Luna and make him... He would like to react to the Luna now, wouldn't he? You generally kind of want to react to a Luna. That might divert more of his resources. I don't really need cards, I have Frostless Jaina. I think I'll just jam the Luna. Even though what I'm doing here is this. I'm still at 19 health. I cleaned up his board again. I have multiple minions on the board, and I have Jaina coming up.
The light protects me.
Glory to the Sindora.
Okay. And I'm just jamming down this Jaina here, right? Yep. I'm just jamming down this Jaina. And we get to concede. I think I need to give a Voodoo Doll because this could be another even lock. Even lock was recommended today in Vicious Syndicate report for climbing as the best climbing deck right now. So I'd expect there to be a bunch of even lock. Maybe I should just play a regular big spell mage. It would be better against even lock than this one. But I guess we found ourselves a zoo. Welcome to the zoo. I think I still can't afford to coin down the Flame Imp, no matter how fun it would be. He kept another 2 cards. I haven't seen the kept cards yet. Okay, I'm cool with this so far. Then we can ping away the Flame Imp. Ha ha ha! I've always wanted to ping away a Flame Imp. My lifelong dream has been fulfilled. I feel happy and confident. What? What? That was nasty. I'm going to have to coin Dragon's Fury next turn. He can't buff it yet next turn, so Dragon's Fury will do fine. Then on real turn 5, I might go with the Stubborn Gastropod. Gloom Eater has its upsides.
Interesting.
I guess I can probably do Gastropod then. Okay. This turn he can't play Fungalmancer yet. So next turn is an ideal... Oh, but that Keleset top deck. Beautiful top decks I have, yes I do. Painful stuff. And now he got Keleset and he got more resources. But if he plays Fungalmancer here, that's too much incoming damage. I can't take it, right? I think I can't take it.
Interesting.
That would be 12 damage. Puts me to 11. I think I have to wait and see that card though.
Interesting.
I think I have to wait and see that. I must be more greedy with the coin. Let's ping away the Kelazet. I have this poisonous minion now here. If he plays Fungalmancer, well, one of these is going to die. That's gotta sting. At least a little bit. Hopefully he goes wide here, and then I go Dragon's Fury. He's playing well. He is conserving his resources, keeping up just enough pressure. I obviously need to Dragon's Fury now. And then but I got the Arcane Tyrant, and this way I was able to hold on to my coin. So if worst comes to worst, I can do Coin Flame Strike. That's possible. Hopefully it won't be needed, but it's possible. I don't think it's needed yet. I can kill one, I can ping another. 4 mana. I can play the Black Cat. Kill a couple of these minions here. Okay, I was able to hold back the Flame Strike for a while. Too bad about that Kelazet though. Okay, it's Flame Strike time. Now we're seeing the Imps and the Chain Gangs. So that's comforting. Some of his best ways to flood the board are used. Happy Ghoul too. But he still has a lot of cards there. So this is far from over. I have the option to coin Jaina. And I have the option to just play Geddon. I have many options. I also have the option to play Astromancer and coin Ping, so that I can kill the Voidwalker. I think I like the Astromancer coin Ping. That sets up my board very well to contest his. Let's get an 8-drop. Oh! Now I don't have to spend the coin if I don't want to. I think I don't want to. I'll hold on to the coin. It's cool. Yeah. Judge Devilsaur. Judge Devilsaurs are cool. I like Judge Devilsaurs. Who doesn't like Judge Devilsaurs anyway? Now I can just take these down and play Jaina, for example. That seems like a safe line. This seems safe. Now I can only deal 1 damage with my hero power. But I'm at 21. I'm being Jaina. I have stuff on the board. Zoo has 4 cards in hand. We've seen the doubling imps, we've seen the chain gangs.
In the light's name.
One more try. One more try from the zoo.
In the light's name.
This is the last hurrah. Impossible to lose at this point. Yes, hopefully so. Hit, hit, ping, Geddon. And that's the way I think I'm going to do this.
Trivial.
I think this is fine. I heal from all of that. And now he would have to deal with the Geddon somehow. Not having Polymorph sucks. On the other hand, even with the Polymorph, it's not great. There's too many things to polymorph. First come the eggs, and then come the cubes, and then comes the Katrina, and Deathrattle after Deathrattle, and then there's Deathstalker Exile, and I die. With this deck, I've actually beaten a Hunter once. When I got the Pocket Galaxy, and then I got the Luna, and then I filled my deck with 1-mana minions. Pocket Galaxy. But that of course requires that you survive. And you're in a good position tempo-wise on turn 7 or later. Which is not a place where you generally get to go, especially if you have a Hunter who keeps his entire hand. That kind of indicates that, hey, I have some good cards over here. These cards, they're going to kill you. That sort of stuff. Nasty stuff. I play Black Cat. He plays Coin Flanking Strike. His next turn play that he wants to do is the Egg Coin Plated. In 2 turns I will Dragon's Fury the board. The only question is what do I do before that? And the answer is Stonehill Defender. I guess we go for the Gastropod. So there's going to be Egg, Coin Plated, and I will then kill the egg, and then the turn after... What? Okay. I'll still kill the egg. I'm gonna play a Stubborn Gastropod just to be annoying. I guess he could cube the Devilsaur. Just so many interesting things. What if he does end up cubing the Devilsaur? I think I can hold the first Dragon's Fury for another turn. I'll ping the Devilsaur so that he can't value trade and cube. I still have a health total to play with. So let's play with that health total. Health total, it's for playing. And that's just what it will do. But if he didn't have played it, does that mean that he has Rexar in hand? So he is going to coin Rexar. Well, he doesn't need to coin Rexar, he's not in that. That's just not the position of this game yet. Because he might still have use for this hero power. But this is a pretty fancy position. I mean, sure you have a clean trade here. But then, if this one is left like this, then it can just be pinged away. You could take the clean trade, you could hit face, and you could cube this. I suppose I would do that, if I was him. Then I can silence the cube. Oh, that's interesting. I'm not terribly concerned. I must not overreact. I'll just kill that one as planned. And I'll play an Acolyte. No, you can rush into Acolyte, I don't mind. It's cool. Go ahead and rush into it. He might have a Spider Bomb and activate that. Okay. It's not too scary yet. I could get an 8-drop from the Astromancer. He could coin Katrina. He can have Hunter's Marks. But I think we're grabbing the 8-drop. That is not quite what I was expecting. I didn't want to use Flame Strike yet because I have 2 Dragon's Furies in hand. So this wasn't quite what I was expecting, but it might still be okay. Next turn I have enough mana to play Silence and Dragon's Fury. So let's say there's some kind of Katrina play. I can work with that. But then, eventually, ultimately, Deathstuck Rexar is going to come out. Alright. I don't mind him throwing away Ooze. I don't mind him throwing away that one either. Oh, this is looking very interesting right now. This means that I will lose the Flame Strike. And then the Dragon's Furies are inactive. This is actually going to be terrible for me. It would be great if Luna's Pocket Galaxy was in the deck, but with both Dragon's Furies in hand, this is actually disastrously bad. I have to get rid of this. And if I use my Silence, I can't silence his cubes. Well, that sucks. I think I need to silence that. I didn't dare to use the Voodoo Doll. I want to use the Voodoo Doll for King Crush. But I can't afford to use the last Flame Strike. I just can't afford to use it yet. Going to kill one of these. Yeah, I suppose I can kill one of them. Okay. We've seen one Hunter's Mark. There's the king. And this is what I was holding the Voodoo Doll for. Because this king turn is not quite as powerful as he had hoped because of the Voodoo Doll. Then I can also do Celiax to start healing if I like. Or I can do Giggling Inventor. Does he have any anti-giggling tech in the deck? I don't think he has, right? I'm gonna smack him over there and play Giggling Inventor this turn, it's perfectly safe. Okay. Down to 12, but the King Crush is gone. He does have Mercy Horror. Well, that's cool. But you still need more. And you don't have enough mana to play the bomb. Interesting. Now the Dragon's Furies are useless cards, by the way. I no longer have board clears. That sucks just a little bit. I think this is a Luna's Pocket Galaxy turn. We go Pocket Galaxy. And make another Water Elemental. Now this means that he can hit with the weapon. And there's still Hunter's Mark left. They could be like Rexar. And they can be Spider Bombs, obviously. You might even cube a Spider Bomb. That's cute. That's very, very cute. $11 cards in my deck. But I need to be the aggressor because there's Rexar coming. He has more playdeads. He has more terror scale stock because he has another cube left.
Time melts away.
I think this is the line I'm taking here. Let's make another water elemental, get a couple of taunts out there. He needs to have something to trigger the Deathrattle. I still have that Flame Strike available too. This is still fine. I guess I'm killing the Spider Bomb here. I do it with this fellow. I'll get to draw a card with this fellow anyway. These are going face. Get a 7-drop. 7-drop is okay. I'll kill off this Spider Bomb here. Because the others are not that easy to activate immediately. Then I grab that 7-drop. Do I need more? And I guess I can play the Artificer too. Let's play that for 5 armor now. I think it's okay. He needs to find the Rexa. Let's see about this one. Oh well, it's a new game. And we're up against an Odd Rogue this time. So 3rd Rogue in a row. Now we have lost 2 games in a row. I won like 5 before that in a row, so that was sweet, obviously. I need to hold the coin for the giggles, right? If I play the black... If I coin cat... He simply kills the cat. And moves on. Yeah, I can't afford to use the coin yet. My ticket here is giggle giggle. He doesn't have a tug. That's an upside. Okay, so this kind of play means that there's like Fungal Mancers and stuff in hand, right? But he can't play Fungal Mancer yet next turn. So I'll play a Stone Hill now. And I'll grab a Saronite Chain Gang. Maybe I can wiggle long enough to find some AoE. There could be like Leroy, there could be lots of burst in hand when he doesn't play anything important on 3. Fungal Mancer's burst. Something like that is the read.
Ha, this guy's toast.
Next turn he can play the... Next turn he can play the Fungal Mancer. Is the Giggling Inventor strong enough? Even if I follow it up with another Giggling Inventor, is that still strong enough? On the other hand, if I ping this one, he Fungal Mancer has a 5/5 and a 3/3. That's 8 coming to face. I can probably go with Black Cat Coin Ping. I think this is stronger than the Giggling Inventor in the long run. I still need to ping this 5/2 here. Too bad I can't afford to save the ping for a Flame Strike, but I could have saved it if it came down next turn. But not when it comes down later. Oh, this was interesting. You giggle, I giggle. I mean, if he has Mossy Horror, then his own Giggling Inventor dies too. But if he has Fungal Mancer now into Mossy Horror next turn... Okay. Well, I have this voodoo doll here, so I'm not overly concerned about that. But of course there's other factors. Five, 6, 7, 8 damage coming in already. 7 more from hand and I'm dead. I need to play the Artificer out there so that he's going to have to attack something into that. That will limit the incoming damage a little bit. I have to do that in order to survive. Might not be enough. All he needs is a charge minion. I couldn't, his hand was too good. I could not find the answers. All he needs is a charge minion. If there's no charge minion, then okay, Ziliax can do things. Can it do enough though? Ziliax can only kill one of the fledglings. If there's no Mossy Horror, then the Giggling Inventor setup. Could that be enough? Ziliax killing one of these is probably not enough. Let's see what I can get from this one. And I need to play the Giggling Inventor. I'd hope that he can't push through. We've already seen a Blood Knight. Fungal Mancer does not push through. So are we kind of fine? If I play Jaina, I go to 8. I will die. But I won't die if I played Ziliax and Saronite Chain Gang. So trade here. Trade here, trade there, trade there. I get to kill both of the fledglings. But I will have 2 taunts on the way. 3 taunts on the way. Okay, I'm alive.
Unity, precision, perfection.
I'm alive. I'm alive. I'd like to see you play Oddmech Paladin. Well, that would be strong, obviously. No, Wildspine Slayer. I'm still alive even though there's a Wildspine Slayer. And this is a turn where I can actually play Jaina. Is it? Or is it not? I play Jaina, I go to 12. He will have 2 cards. Leroy Coldblood is lethal. There are no other lethals. Is there a way for me to avoid that lethal completely? I don't think there is. I have to play the Jaina. Leroy Coldblood is lethal. I've also played the Artificer now. No. Playing it now doesn't help. Leroy Coldblood is the out. It's the only out. No, Leroy Wildspine was also an out. I thought there was only one. Well, Leroy was involved in all outs. I think it is because it's a cantrip. It also replaces itself when played. So I think it's strong enough. It's not like I have anything else to do. The alternative play on 3 is to ping. And I'm assuming I'm facing 2. Chief's budget deck is made with Frostly. No, you can build budget decks without any legendaries. Because the legendary alone costs 1,400 dust, right? 1,600 dust. 1,600. And you can build budget decks with like 2,000 dust. So if you have to put a legendary into it, then it's not really that budget anymore. Because even if you put all the others are commons, it's already at that 2,000 point. So far so good. Come on, Black Cat. Find me some useful stuff like a Dragon's Fury. Now he's wondering, what is this card even? It's perfectly reasonable to wonder. It is a weird card. Lots of stuff. He can Fungal Mancer next turn. Dragon's Fury kills true Fungal Mancer, right? It's minimum 5 damage. He could Fungal Mancer this one. It would survive. It's Elegical time. Then we see, look what kind of opportunities we're going to get. I want to kill this one. I don't want him Fungal Mancering these two. I would rather have him Fungal Mancer the Librarian and the Tar Creeper than a Tar Creeper and a Void Walker. That's not even a Fungal Mancer. I really like Dolan Tar to deny good Fungal. I don't. Just look at this. Just look. I'm in such a great spot. I don't have to use any Dolls or Dragon's Furies or anything yet. And here I can like hit, ping, hit, play Stonehill Defender. Just look at how great this spot is. Because I knew with the Giggling I would have time. Giggling would always be able to buy time in this position. Interesting minions. I think we pick up the Lifesteal Taunt. No reason for me to hit into Keleset, I guess. We just punch face. Yeah, because it wasn't 6 yet. If it was 6 and there was the risk of mossy... scary stuff. So that Despicable Dreadlord is all you got. Okay. Well, I'm 1 mana off from being able to Ziliax it down. But I suppose I can use a Voodoo Doll for this occasion. Fine, we celebrate the occasion with a little Voodoo. Let's do that. But yeah, he still has the Soul Infusion card, that's true. And he has a lot of cards otherwise. But I also have a ton of stuff here. He's playing a very, very patient game. Can he kill the Rusty Recycler? Or am I going to get a Ziliax Magnetic on that? There's also the Pocket Galaxy approach. I just don't ever feel safe enough to do that against Zoo. Or do I? I mean, Dragon's Fury is guaranteed at least 5 damage. Even if he buffs these up with a... It is actually safe enough to play this. Let's do that. I can play the Tyrant anyway. Let's give him something to focus attention on. I did not expect that Lich King. I truly, truly did not expect that Lich King. Who plays Lich King in Zoo anyway? Well, this fellow does. And now if he got Anti-Magic Shell. Oh, how I hate anti-magic shell. Dragon's Fury clears but doesn't actually allow me to develop anything. I think I'm just Ziliaxing here.
Unity, precision, primitive.
That's just Ziliax down the Lich King. It's cool. It's cool. I might even have enough time to Jaina next turn. But the Lich King card, that's always a scary card.
You get ahead, and you get ahead.
Okay, I guess I have to clear this. That seems like a pretty big board. I have only one Flame Strike left, and I have a Dragon's Fury left. But the possibility of him buffing these minions again, that's just too much. If I Flame Strike Ping, which clears, I can't play the Acolyte. So I need to play Dragon's Fury Ping if I want to do that. Can he have Fungal Enchant to place? I guess he can. Let's Dragon's Fury this board. Requires the ping, but it's okay. And ping and play an Acolyte. He has a lot of cards in hand too, so this is far from over. And then there's that Lich King card. And if that Lich King card is precisely anti-magic shell, it's a huge problem. What River Gul'dan? Play to win, play Jaina. Play to win doesn't always mean what you think it means. There's a chance that that's an anti-magic shell. I can't let him have that. But he can just flood the board next turn anyway. Oh boy, oh boy. 6, 9, 11, 12, 13. That's lethal if that's an anti-magic shell. Do I take the chance that 1 out of 8 times I lose the game? But do I win the game in the other instances either?
Do not fear power. Fear those who wield it.
So if it's anti-magic shell, I lose now. 1 out of 8 to lose the game. If it's not anti-magic shell, I should be fine here. Well, I guess it's not anti-magic shell. That seems to be pretty guaranteed at this point. And you wanted to give me how much healing was it again?
I must feed now.
Death and Decay is not lethal. Well, this is all good. To the Lich King into, yeah, it is. So this will be Artificer, Artificer, Flame Strike, Baku, right?
Reality. Woven reality. Woven.
Let's armor up. And play a 7-8 for 1 mana alongside that. That feels proper. Now I'm at 22. Lich King card is spent. And there can of course be other things still coming. One mana Alexstrasza. It's pretty solid. Can't kill him of course right now, but... So now I need to think about how to get through this. Do I want to dole the 6-3? I can't do Giggling and Alex if I go for the dole. And he could have, like Mossy Horrors and stuff. I think I want to go with the doe. And I want to go with the Alex. I don't think I want to go with the Azalina. I have lots of taunts here. So I'm at 24. More mushrooms. He's very insistent on hitting face. This should not be very strong, right? Or am I missing something here? No, I wanted to play around Mossy Horror. I was scared of Mossy. I'll silence this fellow. And ping away my duel. Silence minion. Make more water elementals. Alex trades here. This one trades here. This one trades here. Is it the Elegical time? Even if there's a Mossy Horror. Yeah, we just Elegical. We just Elegical here. Even if there's a Mossy Horror, it doesn't matter that much right now. And it also kills the 1/5. Suck wins fatigue. No, he doesn't win fatigue, right? I don't think he has enough tools to prevent me from creating... I don't think he has enough tools to prevent me from creating stuff. That thing seems nice. I think I'll double trade there. Both Fungomancers are gone. I can drop the Arcane Tyrant here too. It's like it's better than Triggered Fatigue difference. But that's the point, like, he doesn't have the removal. He can't kill the minions, he can't prevent me from healing. So I could deal 7 to everything, but I don't really want to. Or what do I want to do then? Interesting question. Killing the Doom God. Yeah. He has another Doom God left in the deck, by the way, right? He does. I think I have time. I'll just make more water elementals. And play the Etin. All these could trade into the Etin. Leave the Doom Guard up. I think I'm cool with that one too. I don't see how he can win from here. I have so much lifesteal. Now he found the Mossy, but yeah. So you can either sacrifice both of the smaller ones to let the Doom God live. But even if you do that, then I just out-heal the Doom God damage all the time. I mean, sure, the Doom God deals a little bit of damage here. Yeah, that's nice and everything. But I'm just out-healing everything the Doom God does. So, what good is a Doom God? Trade Infernal! This thing just becomes more and more obscure. Don't to double trade in the Dread Infernal. There's another Doom God too. Huh. This deck has a lot of big stuff, I see. I'll just double trade into the Dread Infernal here. Make another Water Elemental. And I'll play the Recycler. Because now, Doomguard hits the Recycler, Doomguard goes to 4. I can turn the Doomguard into another Water Elemental. If he has Nether, and that's not going to be enough. Now the Doomguard becomes a Water Elemental. So one more time with the feel, eh? I guess it's get on time then. So it's like a Doomguard, but I still had 2 Astromancers in the deck. So I could get like 5 5s and 4 or 5 drops on the board twice again, so that was a very long, strange trip. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.